I can tell you there are thousands of people in this country who have given up on parenthood, who do not care where their children end up. We need to talk about Article 21A. We need to talk about Article 47. Kids are actually going to the school on a thermocol board. They will die and nobody would know. It's that scary.
What's up? Kindness, education, and dignity. Rebuilding schools, spreading sex awareness. He has been showing up for children in the remote villages where the silence has done a lot of harm.
Go to the slums, go to these children, and really understand what that child is thinking about. Just listen with your open eyes and open heart and let that come inside of your soul so that you'll be able to understand, okay, this is the right way to empower them and not the way I want to help them. Every kilometer, that every experience, that every day that I was sharing with myself, it was only me riding the bike. They are amazing in every way. Aditya, Ankit, Aishwarya. Hi, this is Siddhesh Lokare, aka Seriously, and you're watching me on Mapabear India.
Kindness, education, and dignity. We've usually thrown these words around, but we have this one man who's reached out to remote schools. He has been showing up for children in the remote villages, rebuilding schools, and spreading sex awareness in the villages where the silence has done a lot of harm. We have Siddhesh Lokare with us. Siddhesh, thank you so much for doing this with us today. And we have so much of gratitude. Many of us couldn't imagine how life would be wherever, in the remote villages. You've shown us those, how life lived over there. You've spotlighted dreams of children you've done it in such a fantastic way that, you are truly an inspiration. Like, again and again, someone comes and shows this that one person is enough. We always say that, what a one person can do. But you've truly shown us that one person is enough.
Thank you so much for all that appreciation. And I feel just starting on that very line that you said, that one man is not enough. Like when you think from the perspective of an audience, it's very obvious that the point of view is that one man is enough. But from my perspective, it's always the same mindset that one man is not enough. Where I am right now is only possible because every person in my team decided to quit the normal jobs that they've had or some very great opportunities that they've had, something that could have been a very good decision for them capitalistically, but they chose to work with me. So I think it's their decisions that have led me here. So it's not just to me, it's all those people, all those men, all those women who decided to go along with me on this journey.
You've met your tribe. It says, when you start, keep your foot at something, your tribe, you meet your tribes. So I think you've met your tribe is here.
I always there's this term called as hive mind.
Yeah.
So I always live by that idea. A hive mind is basically multiple people, multiple individuals are connected to each other via this one mentality, via this one mind, which is the hive mind.
Hive.
So I feel we have created that version of hive mind within ourselves, and it extends to everyone that we meet. So even when someone is talking with us in a very normal situation, normal setting, they end up talking to us about some deep emotions.
Yes.
Because they can see the kind of work we are doing, and they know that we carry that mental bandwidth to listen to people. So I think it's all about that hive mind.
Wow, that's amazing. That's something very new that I've heard, and it makes so much sense. And one more thing where, so I'm going to touch over there. So there are a few comments that I would like to read out to you, and I would want to know, how do you feel when you truly, read these comments on your social page?
Firstly, I don't read any comments, so it's going to be very
Okay, so
surprising.
I think you're going to get some glimpse of it
Yeah,
over
I
here.
think 100%.
So the first is you owe the word Dev Manus. So wow.
Okay.
No politician, superstar, businessman done these things, but the local man did.
Wow.
The best men in the world. The kids' smile says it all. So there are hundreds and hundreds of comments that we've personally seen, and we know the kind of impact that you've made.
Yeah.
So before we start talking about, like, I want to know, how do you feel like when you now you said you don't read comments,
Yeah.
but now how do you feel when you get so much of love from people around you?
I think firstly, kindness is not an act of God. It's an act of being human. It's as simple as that. If someone says that I'm God sent or I'm doing the work of God, I don't think so. I think I'm doing the work of what a human being is supposed to do when they are blessed with this very funnel of life.
Yeah.
Right? So, of course, I take the love seriously, but I don't take the words very seriously. I keep it here, but I do not let it come here. And that's why we have been able to sustain and do this for about 3 years now. These comments are very special. The people who write that, they are also special to me. But at the same time, I also understand where they come from. It comes from the very the vulnerability that, hey, I could have also done this, but I cannot. I'm not able to.
Yes.
So I think my suggestion or my feedback to everyone would be just to move away from that feeling of I could have done it and just start doing it in your own way. It can be that one person that is in front of your guy, like front of your building, who lives in front of your building, or it can be the very house help in your house to whom you can teach something. It can be something about makeup, it can be something about how to shoot a video. Maybe they will start their own journey of empowering themselves. So that's how I can
So true.
amalgamate it.
I really like the beautiful thoughts that you have with life, you know. Before we move on to education and the impact that you've made, I want to understand, I want to go back to your childhood. Like, how have you, like, is this empathy inbuilt in you from before, or, you know, like you found it later on in your life? Like, how was your childhood?
I truly feel that we constantly are trying to reparent ourselves, reparent our broken childhood in our own ways.
Absolutely, yeah, I
And
agree.
that does not mean that we are constantly doing something consciously, it's subconsciously happening. If we help someone, we are actually helping ourselves, right? So this is how I look at life. If I'm empowering someone, I'm actually holding that happiness inside of me, and that is acting as an act of very positive selfishness, right? So if you look at that from that perspective, that you do it just because it makes you feel happy, just because you are actually reparenting the child that was broken some time ago, some years ago, it would be such a beautiful perspective to have. So I think my childhood stems from it, from that very feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, lack of incentives, lack of resources when it comes to having a comfortable life. But that is the very reason I'm able to do what I am. And at the same time, I'm grateful that my parents were truthful to the fact that they did not have a lot to offer. If they would have faked it, I would have lived my entire life in nothing but delusions of being happy. Right? So I am not deluded to be happy anymore. I can mean it. If I don't have to mean it, I can tell it to the other person that I'm not happy. I constantly remind myself to not wear the mask of being happy or being loved or feeling happy. So I'm just being grateful to the child I was a few years ago by just being truthful to now who I am.
I recently heard you say, I think a couple of years back, there was some interview that I was watching. You mentioned you want to measure kindness. So that actually stuck me, you know, like we actually, we talk about kindness, but the measuring kindness or the real impact happens there, you know, when there is a measurement, like you see it in front of your eyes, you see it happening.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? Like, when did you start? Like, when did the journey of content creation? When did the journey of going to the villages? When did that start for you?
And that is exactly right what you said. Kindness is equal to measured, impact is equal to measured kindness.
Yeah.
You have to be able to track, you have to be able to gauge the very difference that you made in someone's life. Maybe not collectively, but also individualistically. So, firstly, I believe in it. That's the very definition of impact. Secondly, my journey started with nothing but this ode, this urge to just be in front of camera. No reason. I just wanted fame. I just wanted views. I just wanted to feel a sense of feeling validated by from someone else, but not me, because A, I'm not feeling validated by myself. B, no one values the way I want to be valued. And 3, I want to, be famous. I want to be a hero, right? Not an actor, but a hero. I don't know why. So I had very wrong definitions of heroship in my life. I did not have the right heroes in front of my eyes. I always felt a hero is someone who's very good at showing that he's a hero. But now that I know, I have understood a hero is someone who doesn't know that he's a hero.
Wow.
So just because I started meeting thousands of people throughout my content journey, I was able to narrate those stories in a way that feel authentic to the person. So this journey started as a process of documentation of human storytelling, but now it has become more about how to replicate different models and create a framework through which everyone will start helping each other in a way that is possible from their end. It does not have to mean that you will go out of your way to help someone. It's not that. You can just sit here and decide to buy a makeup kit for this particular kid, like Aishwarya. She likes to do makeup. You buy a makeup kit for her, and then you teach her how to do makeup, right? It can be यहाँ पे जो प्रथमेश है, who did my hair. He can decide to teach someone how to make someone's hair, how to set it rightly, and that kid might be, he will feel that okay, I can make money by doing this, right? So you might not be giving them something tangibly, but you are ingraining that idea that hey, you can use this to create a lifetime of living for yourself. So I think it's all about ingraining that idea of empowerment within the communities, different communities, so that they can decide to empower each other without taking my help.
It's really beautiful. Siddhesh, what is that one moment that you noticed when you entered these schools in your journey? Like 30 days, 30 schools, right? And what was the moment when you first entered first school, and is there any memory that you have that still stays with you?
There are many memories, but it was the second day. We went to Dargawadi in Pain. This school, we had to trek for about 2 kilometers to reach that school. We reached there. The moment I entered the school, I felt like it was that jala hua set hota hai na from Om Shanti Om. It was exactly like that. It felt that I fell. I literally fell while I was just walking around that school. हर जगह fungus है, हर जगह green है. Nobody can even walk. The teacher told me that the students are restricted from even touching the school. They're restricted to even roam around the school from that particular classroom. So this is what I saw on the very second day of my journey. And that's when I realized I cannot fake this mission anymore. I do not have to try hard to add layers of helplessness on the top of this mission. जो है वो है, आपको दिख रहा है, इसके ऊपर में कुछ बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So on the second day we saw that. After a few days we reach a school where kids are actually going to the school on a thermocol boat. They're creating a sheet of thermocol and they're using that as a boat to go to the school. And that river, that backwater is actually 40 feet deep. They don't know how to swim. They do this every freaking day. They can die, they will die and nobody would know. It's that scary. They do it for hours just to be able to learn.
Wow.
There are some kids who do not have footwear uh, in their feet, but they choose to walk to the school every day for 3 to 4 kilometers in intense heat, where the roads are not walkable, where the environment is not in your favor, when the people that are around you, they are not supporting you, but you go just because you know that the teacher is going to teach you the right thing, and you're going to take back all those learnings to your home so that you can become something amazing in your life.
Wow. And when you hear these dreams of children's, like somebody wanted to become an IPS, somebody wanted to become a cricketer, and how does success look for you right now? Like when you have seen the struggles, right, of the kids, when from the remote areas, and when they have bigger dreams, even after facing so many challenges, has the meaning of success changed for you
I'm
anywhere?
not. I feel success for me is not something you can touch.
Yeah.
Success is always something you can feel.
Yeah.
And the moment of relief that I get after I spend some quality time with these kids, or like when Ankit said that he is very proud of the fact that we admitted him to the cricket academy, when he won that trophy 5 days after he was admitted to the academy. I think that is success for me. And I think I cannot tell you what is success if I'm not able to witness the journey of these kids after a few years. When they come back to me after 10 years and they meet me and they're all grown up, they have their own jobs, they have their own
Yes.
resources all sorted. I think that is when I'll be more equipped to tell you if I'm succeeding or not.
Absolutely. Are you in touch with everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
Regularly.
Everyone. We make it to the point that our team is checking on everyone. They are making sure that they have ration, they're going to school or not. Like Pranay, one of the kids who is a shoe cobbler, he calls me every week. I'm like a big brother to him because um, it's a very lonely journey for a hero. He has to do everything for himself. So if there is someone who can you can talk to by just being a pen and the other person being his journal,
That helps a lot.
that helps a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So the journeys that you've highlighted, were there any moment where you felt the people of a nation, because we've heard of something called RTE, RTA, Right to Education. Uh, do you feel there is still a gap to what was promised and what has been delivered?
Yeah.
Is there something that you want to share?
The very irony of this fact that it's not just something which is promised, but something that is written in all the books of law, judiciary laws, and it's not just even these schools and all these villages, but even if you just see in Mumbai, there are so many kids on the street who do not go to school. Some of these kids have been trafficked. Some of these kids have been abused, but they carry all of those hardships with them without even knowing that there is something called as RT that exists.
Correct.
Right? It's written that the children between 6 to 14, they are supposed to go to the school and avail free education.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not even lying to the fact that there are some schools that are not supposed to take money, but they do in different ways, right? On the other hand, there are some schools that can pump out a lot of money from the kids and their parents, but they choose to give free education. I'm talking about even private schools.
Okay.
And this is something that we need to talk about. We need to talk about Article 21A. We need to talk about Article 47. We need to talk about Poshan scheme, through which we know that all of these kids, they can get free meals from government schools. Does not matter if they're coming to the schools every day or not, but they can get all of that for free, right? So there is a lot of gap when it comes to education, when it comes to children, because I don't know if there are a lot of people who are talking about it. There are very few people. It's very easy to talk about child psychology and tell a bunch of concepts through which you can understand a child. But if you want to understand what happens at the grassroots, you have to take the education of all of these articles, go to the slums, go to these children, and really understand what that child is thinking about. For them, it's not about even learning is not even their perspective. It's not their priority. Their priority is that if I will be able to get enough food to be fed to not just me but to my entire family. लर्निंग तो बहुत दूर की बात आती है. तो हम जो करते हैं, हम बेसिकली पहले तो कंसल्टेशन, ये काउंसलिंग करते हैं बच्चों के साथ. उनको समझाता है कि बस खाना ही ज़रूरी नहीं है, तुम्हें पढ़ना भी पड़ेगा. राइट. देयर वाज दिस वन किड इन बैंड्रा दैट वी मेट. उसका नाम उसके पापा ने उसका नाम रखा था बिकॉज उसका आधार कार्ड का पे नाम है और उसके पापा उसका नाम भूल गए और उसको पहले बुलाते थे. ठीक है. फिर उसको पापा को बस अभी याद नहीं है बिकॉज वो ड्रग्स करता है ना. पापा पड़े रहते हैं. पापा उनके आंखें पीली है, उनके सारे नाखून पीले हैं. You can see that this person is not going to have a very healthy life, is not going to survive. He is like, आप इस बच्चे को कहीं भी लेके जाओ, मुझे पता नहीं, इसको आश्रम में ही डाल देना, उसको मेरे साथ मत रखो. I can tell you there are thousands of people in this country who have given up on parenthood, who do not care where their children end up. And that is the scariest part. These are the children that turn out to become potential rapists. These are the children that turn out to become potential and very harmful factor to the entire society. We talk about feminism, we talk about patriarchy, but what about the very grassroots of life where we should actually go and we should actually educate these very important factors that can change their lives?
Yes. I think after watching all this, like I have felt like all these things, exactly like child psychology, we talk about so many different terms in parenting today. But it has always been in my thought that what about the parents in these remote areas? Like how are they getting any awareness? Are they knowing what to raise a child? Since the child is an infant, toddler, there are so many things, but I don't know if the awareness is reaching there or no. I don't know how the teachers program is with respect to the school. Are they getting enough teaching programs so that they are equipped to teach students in the proper manner, the required manner? How do you think the teachers thing is over there? Are they also feel there's a lack of a lot of things in school which they don't feel supported?
I think there are good examples, there are bad examples. Have you heard of Nithari? What happened in Nithari?
Yes.
So Noida, Nithari, like nearly everyone knows about this, but considering the fact that there are so many bad things happened with children, with women in Nithari a few years ago, we recently chose to visit and see what's going on in that area right now. Okay. We went there and we went to this particular school, a private, an NGO-led school, completely governed by women, right? And all the children, they do not just learn A, B, C, D and all that. They learn how to make pads. They are learning how to make period panties. Wow. They're stitching them. Now this is happening in an area where the entire perspective, the overall perspective is already dangerous.
Correct.
So how will you go and even talk about sex education?
Right.
So we chose to do this very initiative called as first period parties.
Okay.
And this was for all the girls who had their first period in the last month.
Okay.
And they were never celebrated. It's not in India, like it happens in the South ritually.
Yes, it happens in the South.
But overall, foundationally, nobody even thinks about underlining first period and having a heart-to-heart conversation about the education of it. Then celebrating तो दूर की बात रही. तो हम एक पीरियड पार्टीज करके कॉन्सेप्ट लेके आए, फर्स्ट पीरियड पार्टी, वेयर वी इनवाइट ऑल दीज गर्ल्स हु हैव हैड देयर फर्स्ट पीरियड. We invite educators, we invite all the community members. They come, they do all the decor. So ये ऐसा हॉल है ना, इसको पूरे पैड्स लगाएंगे, यहाँ पे कप्स लगाएंगे,
that's wonderful.
फिर इसको अच्छे से सजाएंगे. Then we call educators who train them about different types of things that they can use, right from menstrual cups, tampons, panties, everything. They educate about everything, about all the green flags, about all the red flags, about all the symptoms and everything, so that now they are equipped with the understanding of what can go right and what can go wrong. And after that, we cut cake, we have party, and we normalize this very behavior of first period so that we all can openly talk about it.
Wonderful.
And we did that
So
in Nithari,
yeah.
right? In the most one
In
of
the
the
most
most
dangerous,
dangerous
space.
spaces.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we were able to do it just because the teachers were supporting us.
Correct.
And it's always about the teacher. Whichever classrooms, whichever schools that we visited in the last mission, all the amazing schools were led by amazing teachers. Their ideologies were like the benchmarks for the children to look up to.
Yes.
So I think you should never underestimate the power of teachers in Maharashtra, in India. There are some brilliant teachers who have given their life to these children. There are so many schools that we met, that we visited, which run for 365 days without any holiday.
Wow.
Where children write with two hands, where children can do tables of 179, 167.
Wow.
They can do it just because they have also surrendered themselves to the art of teacher, to the art, the very framework led by the teacher.
Correct. Siddhesh, what are the kind of help and support you've got with respect to donations, charity? Is there some anything that surprised you with respect to how people came forward to, support you in this 3 crore journey?
Best example, the people we empowered, they came back and they donated.
Oh,
Small children,
Superb.
8 years old, 9 years old.
I saw where a small girl had donated some how much.
Pariniti. And there is this one wedding that happened, and for them they were doing some engagement party, and that couple decided to not do the engagement and donate that amount to us.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Not just that, there was this one couple who named their baby boy Siddhesh after my mission, and they also used all of that money that they were using for naming ceremony for us. Countless examples. I just run out of short of words to understand and comprehend what has happened in the last few months.
Has any brands that has come forward
Yeah,
to you?
the Soul Store, then Pongs, then we have worked with Abhi and New. Now we are doing some CSR activities, Innovation Z, some fintech brands. A lot of people came forward, not just trusts, NGOs, but also individual donors, family trust. A lot of philanthropists chose to create their own groups, and not just that. There are a lot of institutions, for example, small tuitions होता है ना, तो जो teachers होते हैं, उन्होंने अपने जो students हैं, उनसे contribution लिया, और वो contribution इकट्ठा करके हमें दिया. Not just that, मंडल बने.
अरे वाह.
मंडल बनाए लोगों ने, ताकि और इतना बड़ा पोस्टर लगाया मिशन 30303 और बड़ा QR, और इसके लिए आप सपोर्ट करो. वहाँ से जो भी लोकेलिटी में लोग थे वो डायरेक्टली डोनेट कर रहे थे हमें.
Wonderful. Wow. Siddhesh, what next? Do you have anything in mind? Like, how do you want to take this ahead?
3 things. Number 1, scale this to even 30 CR, 300 CR. Number 2, I want to build one of the most comprehensive and innovation-led schools. It's going to have everything that the Gurukul system had when the Britishers were not there in India. I want to bring back that system. And number 3, I want to do anything that it takes in order to educate every child in this country.
Absolutely. Wow, that's a wonderful. And I so wish more people watch you and they know that, okay, one person is enough and they come forward. So you've had so many beautiful elements in your for your journey that you guys have created. Tell us take us through the elements of your journey. Yes.
Many elements. Number 1, Saku, who's standing right here. She has been with me through those 5,000 kilometers from day 1, from day 0. And I think this couldn't have been possible. She never stopped in the middle of any brutal road of Maharashtra. And trust me, roads of Maharashtra are like a statement.
I just said in between, oh my God, Sakku would need a therapy right now because she's gone through so much.
She took a break of a month, so she was not. I was not riding on, like, I was not using, not the right words. Okay. But I gave her a lot of rest of 1 month. She was just resting. She has been the highlight. Number 2 highlight is my team. the way they actually did everything like warriors. Number three, the amazing teachers that we met, teachers that were doing innovative things that even the kids from international schools cannot do. Uh, Also, number four, the support that we got from government also, which was also very surprising.
Wow.
And also number five, people like you who met on the journey, through the journey,
Yes.
and we
You missed
took
one
our,
thing.
yeah,
Sunflower.
sunflower, of course. Sunflower energy
Yes.
is the
Yes.
carrier,
Yeah.
and the carrier, and not just the carrier, but the very message that through which we have been driving this mission. And it just this energy that has kept me passionate throughout every kilometer that we were going.
Wonderful, wonderful. I wish you all the best. Best
Thank you,
wishes, and we'd love to support you in any way that's possible with respect to school, education, teachers, children, anytime. So
Done.
thank
So
you so
Mapabear
much.
is taking care of one
Thank
cause
you
for
so
sure.
much. Absolutely,
Yeah.
on ground.
Here's to that.
Yes. And we loved talking to you, Siddhesh.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
having
much
me.
for your wonderful time.
Thank
and
you so
thank
much
you
for having
this
Sakku here.
lovely effort that you guys have also made ki getting the children over here. Sakku was a highlight of the session. Okay, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
I
much,
hope
and
you
thank
guys
you.
had a good time.
Yes, to the entire team, your entire team of Mapabear is
Thank you so much.
spectacular.
Thank
Right
you.
from the people who are doing my hair, makeup, Spot Dada, Prathamesh, everyone, you,
Yes.
your entire team, everyone have been nothing but spectacular. So thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful,
Thank you
guys.
so
Thanks a
much.
lot.